If your homepage on your website isn't converting visitors into customers, then you're leaving money on the table. Let's fix that today with Donald Miller's StoryBrand framework. Having a well-designed homepage is crucial for business success because that's the first place people go to when they're looking for information. The StoryBrand framework focuses on clarity and guiding the customer through a narrative. For those of you watching this video for the first time, my name's David and I grew a business from 0 to 6 figures within 12 months and built a team of 5 people around me to help me do it. And now I've set this channel up dedicated to small businesses wanting to go from 0 to 6 figures and on the journey from 6 to 7 figures. So if you're watching this and you're interested in that, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to break down the StoryBrand framework and show how to apply it to design a homepage that converts. Okay, so the main concept of the StoryBrand framework is positioning yourself as the guide. Okay, in every great story, there's generally 3 things. Donald Miller walks you through 7, but in every great story, 3 things. There's a hero or a character, right, who has a problem and meets a guide. Okay, that is the general consensus, and that's what I walk my clients through as well. In this video, we're going to go into a little bit more depth about how that can work for you. Okay, so in every great story, you've got your character who has a problem and meets a guide. Now that guide then gives them a plan and calls them to action. Okay, those 2 elements are really, really important in this homepage website framework. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this video is jump into a document that we have created specifically to walk through this. So I'm going to talk you through it as we go through it. So as you can see on this document, the first thing that we can see is what your customer wants. That is the clear headline. That is exactly what you do. And underneath that, we've got what you do, sell, be clear, not cute. Okay, so we've got to be clearly communicating the problem your business solves for the first time that somebody reads it, right? Image or a video, a show reel of your product or service. Generally speaking, happy smiley faces is important, right? Because you help people achieve their dreams and end in success, right? No matter the product or service, we want to clearly show that. And then you can see the call to action, okay? The 2 buttons, top right hand corner and in the middle of the screen. They're both in orange, really to indicate color, okay? So it's a different color and it stands out, right? Your call to action needs to stand out on the page because that's what we want people to do next, right? We want them to click a button and book a call. As we scroll down, we're then going to talk about the problem. Okay, so this is the next stage in the framework, talking about the problem. So what frustrates them? What keeps them up at night? What do they think about constantly they can't solve, but you can, right? You can help them solve these things. By addressing the problem, you're empathizing with them and you are building trust. And it's really important that we do that. So what's getting in the way of customers getting what they want, okay? Make sure it's a problem that you solve. Explain the problem and then add a button beneath that to call them to action. Next, we introduce you. Okay, so this is where we introduce what's called a guide statement, right? Positioning you, the brand, as the guide. It's really great if you can do this as a video because it shows you're real human and it's not just words on a screen, or some way of really positioning you as the expert that's going to help them, okay? People trust brands that show authority and empathy, so we want to do both of those things. Your guide statement builds trust, which is why then the next section is showing trusted companies that you've worked with. Okay, it's really important that you're trusted by people, you've got testimonials on there, proof of concept, people say good things about you. And then we position a 3-step plan. So we really want to make this as short and as simple as possible, right? Because your attention of that visitor is slim. Okay, they're not going to stay on the page for very long, so they need to understand this. So giving them a 3-step plan makes it really, really easy to follow. Okay, step 1, we do this. You book a call, for example. Step 2, we build a plan. Step 3, your company grows. Okay, keep it really, really simple. Break down your process or solution. so it's easy for customers to do business with you. Now we move into calling the visitor to action. So Donald Miller really talks about this, calling that character to action. So having a clear button, a clear use of words that make sense, right? Book a call, and that's throughout your whole site. Yeah, so it's not book a call here, schedule a call, or give us a ring, or do you know what I mean? The terminology needs to be consistent and stay the same. Your homepage or any landing page moving forward for that matter needs to have a clear direct link to call to action to drive business growth. Now in this example, you can have primary and secondary call to actions, your primary being book a call and your secondary maybe being download our free guide XYZ. Okay, so you can have two. You want to differentiate them with color, making it really clear and compelling. And now we move into the final two parts of the StoryBrand framework. Okay, part 6 is when we show them the stakes. So this is basically what is at risk of them not doing this. Okay, why is working with you going to be so important? Yeah, what's going to happen if they don't? Why is this important? Because a sense of urgency motivates action. Finally, step 7, we paint a picture of success. Okay, problem, solution, success. The success is everything they will get, everything they will gain from working with you. Highlight benefits and successes current customers have had with you, of your product or service, the reviews, the testimonials. This is a really nice place to showcase that. Just imagine how easy life will be after XYZ. Okay, so now we've gone through the StoryBrand framework. There's a few additional details and design tips really that we think will help this process. Visual simplicity. We want to keep things as simple as possible. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't have words flying off the page too much that I can't consume. Right, keep it clear and concise. The use of imagery is really important. We don't always want to see loads of images of you, of what you do, but we want to see images of people succeeding, right? People that have had the success that are like them. And then social proof. Highlighting customer testimonials, reviews. I know I've mentioned it already in this video, but that is really, really important. That is your marketing strategy for the next 12 months. Talk more about your customers, their testimonials, their successes than yourself. Finally, mobile optimization. We're seeing 90% of visitors are now looking at stuff on their mobile phones. Okay, so don't build your website for a desktop because the majority of people are actually going to look at it on this device. So it's really, really important you build your site user-friendly, right, for a mobile device. Okay, to recap the StoryBrand framework, okay, it's positioning yourself as the guide. We want our messaging and our call to actions to be simple, clear, and concise. We also want to talk about the problem. We want to address the problem face to face. We don't want to beat around the bush. We want to say it how it is, right? If this frustrates you, if you're struggling with this, if you know you need to be like this, right? Talk about the problem. And then visually showing people success stories, happy smiley faces, right, of how you help. That's really, really important. And then a clear call to action, right? Make your call to action button different color to the rest of the site, your primary button that stands out so people know what to do next. I hope you found this video useful. If you have, smash that subscribe button. If you've got any questions, please drop them in the comments about the StoryBrand framework or implementing it, and I'd be happy to help. If you want to get a copy of this free resource that I've gone through today, you can download it for free from our website. I'll put a link in the description. You can check that out and put it side by side with your website to work through this video.